They say every house has secrets, but some are better left undiscovered. Jack Miller had no interest in old ghost stories or horror movies. He was a practical man, logical, skeptical. After a bitter divorce, all he wanted was peace, a quiet place to restart. So when he found a modest house nestled in the hills of upstate New York, he thought he'd found his sanctuary. The home was old but charming, with just enough space for him and his cat, Murphy. The house had been on the market for a suspiciously long time, but Jack wasn't superstitious. The price was right, the location serene, and after signing the papers, he moved in with a sense of hope he hadn't felt in years. The first week passed uneventfully. Jack worked from home, took long walks through the woods nearby, and started rebuilding a sense of normalcy. But on the 8th night, something odd happened. He was rearranging the hallway to make space for a bookshelf when he noticed something strange. Behind a tall cabinet, the wallpaper pattern seemed interrupted. As he pulled the cabinet aside, he found a faint outline on the wall. It was subtle, too perfect for a crack, yet too strange to be decorative. He pressed his hand against it. It gave way slightly, like there was a hollow space behind. Curiosity got the better of him. He fetched a flashlight and a screwdriver. After prying at the seam, the wall creaked and popped open, revealing a narrow wooden staircase that spiraled downward into total darkness. There was no mention of a basement in the listing. No exterior access. No blueprints showed any underground structure. Jack hesitated. Then, flashlight in hand, he descended. The air turned damp and icy. Each creaking step echoed like a scream in the silence. When he reached the bottom, his flashlight flickered. He tapped it, and the light returned. What he saw made his skin crawl. The room was small and square, with no furniture. The walls were covered in crude drawings, scribbled in what looked like charcoal or ash, childlike figures, eyes, symbols, and one phrase scrawled again and again, "Don't let him out." Suddenly, Jack felt watched. He turned, flashlight trembling in his hand. In the farthest corner of the room, the shadows moved, just slightly. It was quick, almost dismissible, but enough to make Jack's chest tighten. He bolted up the stairs, slammed the secret door shut, and pushed the cabinet back over it. That night, he couldn't sleep. Murphy hissed at the hallway wall all night. Jack tried to reason with himself. Maybe it was an old storm shelter. Maybe a previous tenant with mental illness had been down there. That would explain the drawings, the message. But why hide it? Over the next few days, things escalated. He began hearing faint knocking, always from that same wall. Sometimes it sounded like scratching. Murphy refused to go near the hallway. She would sit, ears back, growling softly. One morning, Jack found the bathroom mirror fogged up, and there, written in the condensation, was the word, "Hello." He hadn't taken a shower. The hallway lights started flickering at night. Items moved on their own. He once found all the kitchen chairs stacked on the table. Murphy vanished for an entire day, then reappeared, soaked and shivering, in the hallway near the hidden door. He contacted the realtor. She claimed to know nothing, but when he asked if the house had a history, she paused for just a second too long. "Nothing official," she said, "but the previous owners moved out quickly. They didn't even take the deposit." Jack searched the property records. 2 owners before him. One disappeared without notice. The other, an elderly woman, was committed to a psychiatric hospital. Her medical notes mentioned the boy in the walls. That night, he set up a camera in the hallway. The next morning, the footage showed the cabinet slowly sliding away from the wall on its own. Then the secret door opened just a crack, and from the darkness, a pale, narrow hand reached out. Jack packed a bag. He needed to leave, but something wouldn't let him. Every time he tried to book a hotel, his phone crashed. His car wouldn't start. Murphy went missing again. Then came the voice. Software whispered, "You saw me, now you're mine." It came from the hallway. He tried to record it. Nothing played back. The power began to fail every night at exactly 3:33 a.m. On the 13th night, Jack woke to find the cabinet gone, the hidden door wide open. He couldn't help himself. He walked toward it, down the stairs, into the cold. The room looked different. It had furniture now, a small bed, a child's toy, a rotting teddy bear. On the wall, new words were scratched into the surface. "I'm lonely." Then he saw the boy, pale, hair matted, hollow eyes. He stood in the center of the room, watching. Jack tried to back away, but his feet wouldn't move. The boy smiled. "Play with me," he whispered. Jack screamed. The lights burst. Everything went black. He woke up in bed. It was morning, bright, normal, but the hallway was gone. Where the hallway once was now a smooth, unbroken wall. Murphy never returned. Jack never slept again. And slowly, he stopped leaving the house, became a recluse, a whisperer. Some say if you drive past the house today, you'll see him staring out the front window, pale, thin, eyes wide, and if you look closely enough, you'll see a small shadow standing behind him, waiting. If you found this story chilling, subscribe to our channel for more real feel horror stories, mysteries, and nightmares from around the world. Remember, some rooms should never be opened.